BFree in 90 days. What we're going to do now is we're going to kick into the structure and foundation of what we're going to set up for everyone for the 90 days so that we have some tools and processes that we can plug into. So first of all, thank you for taking the time to check out the next webinar in the series, which we're eventually going to put into a 4-week incubation series that anybody can use at any period of time as a way of getting prepared to doing a 90-day game plan. I guess the key thing with the structure and foundation is if we create these systems and processes or leverage the ones that are already there, it creates a really strong foundation for new entrepreneurs and new people who just want to help people with either health or the financial freedom side of things. Really step into this on the right foot in the right direction. So what we're hoping to do with this is create a structure and foundation so that we don't need to duplicate innovate anymore. We can just duplicate what's already there and give you guys some tools and systems that you can actually use going forward. So that's the intent of this, is to will prevent people from feeling that they have to innovate and giving you access to some really cool tools that you can use going forwards. So leverage the team. There's some great team members in BFree that have been around for fun, and people from different areas and experience. And I guess what we're trying to do is, for any newcomers into the group, just understand that give and contribute in whatever way you can, and just know that teamwork will make our collective dreams work, but also your individual dream work. Because if we can create this foundation where we can focus on doing the things, then we can do the things quite easily and not have to focus on the things that aren't necessarily income producing or things that aren't helping our people get a healthy result. So all you have to do is opt in or opt out. So you're also a CEO of your own business, and that's an agreement we make with everyone from the beginning. You've got this amazing team, and we're going to give you a lot of these structures and foundations, and all you have to do is opt into them, and then obviously contribute and give back in whatever way you feel you can. And it's just an energy for energy team as well. So just reach out and do what you can. So just remembering that with the BFree in 90 days, we've got 4-point criteria just to qualify. So just recapping, everyone needs to run through isogenicsbusiness.com, go through it and print out a 90-day game plan so that they're organised to run the systems and the processes. You've either booked in your launch party or you've completed the first step, which is either helping yourself get a rebate in the cost of the program or helping 2 people get started on the program. And you're a product of the product. You're going to order your presence pack for April 6th and get started with the group. And we're going to take that into a really strong 90-day challenge for the Be Well side of things. So we're practicing what we're preaching. So a date to note down is Sunday, April 5th at 5 p.m. Now that's the Sunday before the BFree 90 days kicks off. So we'll have a launch webinar, and anyone partaking in BFree 90 days that's been added into the secret group, they've opted in, they've done the qualifying tasks, then you'll have access to a lot of these tools and systems. For everyone else that wants to just walk at their own pace, that's fine, but we're going to set up systems and processes for people that really want to run with this and help as many people as they can in a structured period of time. And if that's not for you, that's cool. Like we said, everyone runs their own race at their own pace, but we're in a space now. We're going to set this up and then duplicate that for people in the future. So over the BFree 90 days, you'll have access to these weekly tools. So we've set up conference calls every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We've got a weekly sort of wellness weekdays, nationally and internationally now. We've also got a weekly Getting Started webinar, which you can access from anywhere in the world every Saturday at 12. Every Sunday, we've got a check-in. So you can just check in with what are the performance indicators for your individual business, and setting your GPS and your organisation for the week. And we're going to have some really cool leaders drop in on these each Sunday. And once we've each gone through our individual sort of key performance indicators and we start to see the numbers change, you'll start to see that your business grows and you help more people. And then the leaders will give you a little bit of a kick up the bum and share some insights as to how they moved through their 90 days and how they became successful. Every fortnight, we've got BFree Mondays just on the west coast of Australia at the moment. North of the river, north of Perth. What I do with my individual team, and I know Tully does the same, and a couple other leaders do the same, but each alternate fortnight you just catch up with your team and just train them on some basic skills. So you can do that as well if you like. We also will have BFree live opportunities, so we can connect with the crew in Indonesia and in the States and in Canada and New Zealand and around Australia, and get them to share their stories so that we can really access the amazing team that we have globally. Also, every month there'll be Super Saturdays, which we can plug into, and obviously the company events, which I'd highly recommend you don't miss. So 7 tools to plug in. Take a snapshot of this, or go back and pause this and get this clear in your diary. But every Sunday at 5 p.m. we'll have a webinar. Okay, that'll be posted in the secret group, just as a weekly check-in. So that's what we were talking about before. Every Monday at 6 p.m. there's a Forever Young Dream Team call. So that's Peter, the team that most of us started with Peter Kelly. And that's a great one because you can access over 15,000 start ambassadors and young entrepreneurs, and again they'll have different stories and different motivational tools and inspirational tools just to kick you into gear each Monday. So that's one I'd highly recommend. And obviously every fortnight we have our BFree event at 7:30. Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. we're going to have what they call a closing call. So it goes for 15 minutes, and basically each week on a Tuesday and a Thursday, Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Thursday at 5 p.m., we will give you access to someone in the group, say Tully, Sarah, might be Chelsea, might be a uni student, it could be someone from another team, and what they'll do is just share their story. And if you want to get anybody onto those calls, so say you've got someone who's interested and needs to talk to a bodybuilder, and Ben Kelly's on the call, or they need to speak to a health professional and Tully's taking the call. They're great tools that you can use en masse to get your people to hear their stories. And what they do at the end of the call is they just they'll refer back to whoever put them onto the call to take them through the next step. Also, every Saturday at 12 o'clock, so noon, what we're going to do is, for any newbies that started that week, we're going to run a webinar, a Be Well webinar. So that's for the 80% of people that just use the program to be a product lover or a product sharer. So that's just running them through, obviously looking through the pinned post, going through the 8 steps to enrolling, and we can actually get different leaders to run that each week so that we've got some continuity. So that's a really cool one to lock people into, and it's just adding that extra bit of service and making sure that we dot the I's and cross the T's. So with the webinars, how to access them? All of them will be run on Google+, and the reason is because as soon as we run one of these, they get saved onto YouTube so that you can then share them. So they'll be team, and for the webinars as well, the link will be posted usually about an hour beforehand, so just look out for that. If you've got it in your diary, you can be looking out for it. And also the 3 webinars to leverage with the Sunday check-in. We have a Tuesday training one as well, which we can just post up all webinars that we've done every 7 p.m. and also the Getting Started one every Saturday. So just check out the YouTube channel to find any of the old BFree webinars we've done. So we've got ones there already. So BFree in 90 days, BFree Business Opportunity, the Part-Time Lifestyle Entrepreneur, BFree Why and 5 Belief Areas, BFree Business 101, Getting Started. So we're going to start to develop a bit of a bank of these, and down the track you won't have to recreate them. You can just share these and help people get started. So with the calls, the Monday Forever Young Dream Team call, if you want to call in from a mobile phone on your way home from work, or if you're in the car, or you're just studying or doing whatever you do, you simply just dial in that number and put in that guest code with a hash code at the end, and then you'll be able to plug in and just put your phone on mute, and then you can go from there. With the BFree calls, the Tuesday and Thursday ones, now they're going to have a different access number. So again, if it's in your diary, maybe note down this access number, but to dial in, if it's international, you do the +61. If it's just Australia, then just do 386720180. And the access code is 148522. Now, we'll also use this number for anyone in BFree that actually wants to host their own call, so you don't have to go set up an account. So if you want to host it, then all you do is dial in beforehand, give people the same access code, and you can run a call. If you get to the point where we've got so many calls going that we need to free up times, then we'll just get you to create your own. But for now, this is, again, a tool that you can leverage, and you can get 5, 6, 10 people on a call at once, which might be your team. So you could organise, say, a 12 o'clock noon team call with your team and use this this access number, and it's our free conference call. So that's really a really cool way to check in with your team. So the events. So with events, this is a really interesting concept, because a lot of the millionaires in the team and a lot of people have done really well on the business side, they said the one thing that they never did is they never missed an event. So 80% of success is just showing up. Now the thing is that there's a lot of events going on, so when they said that, they mean company events, but then also you've got your own team weekly events, which you want to be plugging into and getting to as many of the other ones as well, so that you can sort of network with a greater team, so then you have more people and more stories to share if say you meet someone like them. So that's one thing that I would highly recommend as well, is get to the Forever Young Dream Team one, get to the BFree Monday ones, get to as many of the national events, and if you want to have a look at the company events, check out isagenixevents.com or ISA FYI to just stay in tune with what's going on. The aim of all this is for you to just leverage what's already there. So we've got webinar, conference calls, and events. So don't feel that you have to go do anything else. Some of the people that have succeeded the fastest, look at Anna Richards. She leveraged off Peter Kelly's Wellness Wednesday when they first started. Gabrielle Dean did the same, and they just had to go focus on finding people and sharing the story and really giving people a really good service. So if the structures and systems are in place, just feed into the ones that you really resonate with, and then you don't have to organize projectors. You don't have to do all that stuff. You can just focus on the things that matter the most, which is getting people started in the program and getting a result. So also learn the systems and processes and use the tools. Okay, so don't feel that you need to innovate. Just be a master of leverage. So the focus for the days: keep it super simple. If it's not duplicatable, don't do it. Leverage. Get used to saying I'm not an expert, even if you are. Being a master connector. So you're a master connector. Kathy Cooper talks about this a lot. Also, you're a professional tour guide as well. So you're just, you're guiding people through the systems and processes and plugging them in the same way that we're doing that now. Service. So treat everyone as if they're your mum or as if they're your only customer. And I say customer loosely because even though it is a business, I think you're building more of a relationship than anything, and you're helping someone with either with a health outcome or helping someone start a business. So if you look at it from that respect and you really focus on service, you'll go far with this. And again, focus on collaboration over competition, and 80% is just rocking up. Now, just before we finish off, this is going to feed into our next webinar. Tonight's one's pretty quickly. It's more about just giving you an idea about what structures and foundation is in place for you. But there are 8 key indicators for business success. And each Sunday when we do the Sunday check-in, what we'll do is just get you to monitor these each week. And you can do this daily and just check in and go, how many times have I told my story with permission? How many new contacts have I gained? Because you're a professional network marketer, you need to be out there and meeting new people. How many times have I followed up those people? There was a great stat from Eric Warren, and he said that even if you had a really bad product, our product's amazing and it's helping a lot of people, but even if you had something really bad, on average, 80% of people will start with either the business side or the health side with you between 5 to 12 follow-ups. So just think how many times you've stopped after 1 or 2 and gone, oh, that did work. People have objections. People have things that they need to figure out. So your job is just to, again, be a professional tour guide and connect them on 3-way calls and things like that to help them get educated so they can get the same result that you did. So 3-ways facilitated is a really, really big one. Launch parties facilitated, so it's about getting your people paid and showing them how to share the information. Getting to events, so your Monday events, your wellness weekdays, company events, and then all that results in people enrolling and getting set up, and then you helping people rank advance. And they're the 2 real indicators of whether or not you have a business. So what you'll see every Sunday is that these numbers will start to change. If you've spoken to nobody, the rest of the numbers will probably be 0. But as soon as you start telling your story, gaining new contacts and following up people, you'll see that, and 3-ways of launch party, you start to get more enrollments and rank advancements. And that's the thing, is the numbers that you have here are directly proportional to how well you do in your business. Now, this is another great one. Is Brett and Sammy. We've got these 2 in just to give you a bit of a path of least resistance. So Brett and Sammy, this is for the business builders. This is for people that give you permission and say, okay, yeah, I love the products, I want to share it, and actually I want to give the business a go. Enroll them and run through the setup process of the 8 steps to enrolling. They'll help them have a launch party within the first week. Now, I know that's daunting for a lot of people because you have to sort of just reassure them that you're just going to help them share it in a really low-key way. You get them to book their next company event, so they're locked in to learning and building on those 5 belief areas. And then you figure out who are the first 10 people they want to reach out and help, or who are the first 10 people that want to do a detox or run a business with them or whatever. And you just get busy getting on 3-way calls with them and facilitating that education. And, you know, people will say, no, I'm not ready, or no, it's not for me, and that's cool. But what you're doing is you're reaching out for the 2, 3, 4, and 10 people that go, yeah, actually want to give this a crack. And then what you do is, so you help them get across the line and get the program paid for. And that's the importance of this, is everybody should be able to eat for free. And then after that, you can reach down to their people and run the exact same process. And that's where the business really starts, is when you work 2 and 3 levels deep. So just think about that. And that's their success formula, and something that I think if we start running that as a team, we'll build very quickly and we'll start helping a lot more people. And I guess the key to that is, that's the business side of things, but don't forget the 80%, because if you look at, say, Peter Kelly, who enrolled me in, she was one of the youngest people to max out a business. Joe's mum started just for the product. She loved it. She got a great result. She shared it with her daughter, who's Peter Kelly's friend, and then she enrolled Peter Kelly. Now, Joe didn't do anything more with it. Joe's mum didn't do much as well. She went and did a little bit of business, but Pico then went and enrolled and maxed out 2 of her business centers pretty much in 12 to 24 months. So I think the key thing there is that, you know, someone who's just a product lover, you just ask them for a referral. So you've got a good result. Who else do you know that might want to do the program? And if they don't want to get a rebate on the cost of their program, then that's cool. You can help more people, and because you are running this as a business now. So, because the key thing there is that, with that 80% of people, this is a nutritional cleansing system. We're collaborating with an entrepreneurial vision that's BFree in this amazing community. If they get a good result, on average, they'll tell 3 people. If they get a bad result, say, even if they don't do it properly, they'll tell, on average, 10 people that it doesn't work. So your goal is to really make sure everyone has an amazing experience. We know the product's on trial. We know our community is amazing and we can really give people an amazing service. But we just need to make sure that everyone has a positive result, or at the very worst, a neutral result. And that way the team and the company and everything will grow exponentially. And that's such a really important point. So just the last little bit, if you want to qualify to be part of the secret group with BFree in 90 days and run with the runners that really want to help a lot of people and really change the financial history of their family, then or for themselves, then you need to do these things by Friday, April 3rd, and message Tally O'Connor or myself, Koch-Callaghan, or even one of the other leaders, Sarah or Taryn, or reach up into your upline if you don't know who any of those people are, and just fill out these four parts. And if you do that by Friday the 3rd, what we'll do is we'll add you to the secret group, and then we'll have our launch webinar on Sunday the 5th. So learn, do. This is a reminder of the previous webinars. There's some self-development resources that we'll be running through. Bubbles, Eric Warre's Go Pro, the Go Giver, Icebreakers, the 4 agreements, and there's another one there that's called Building an Empire. So, and remember these 8 Sunday check-ins, because this is the key to your business, is how many people you help, how many stories you tell, how many contacts you gain. So just take a snapshot of that, and every Sunday or every day just check in with yourself and be like, how productive have I been with my business? How many people have actually helped? So once you see these numbers changing, that's when things start. So that's it for me, guys. We've got 2 weeks until we kick off, so I really look forward to getting in touch with everyone and really reaching out to you to reach out to your team. And if anybody wants to be part of BFree in 90 days, then connect them up with these webinars, and it's your job to now duplicate this with them and let them know what's going on. So, alrighty, that is it from me. And I will keep in touch and see you at the next BFree event. Thanks, guys.